Okay, I'm not gonna say anything bad, I promise. Hon hon. Hello, Chris. Come on, you know me, dude. It's part of the contract already. You should have known what you brought yourself into. It's nice to be back, dude. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, can I bring up something nice in that case? Uh, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom released a new trailer a week ago, and it looks fucking amazing. I am so looking forward to the 12th of May. They say you're muted, dude. Yeah, Silent Pablo. Oh, they can only hear. I control the sound now. This is now the Trimcast. Now he can't stop me from saying the N word. Nokia, which is the phone. I scared you, didn't I? Hello, Ardent. Hello, Pablo. I am trying to entertain them. Yeah. Chris is having some audio issues, and luckily, my wonderful voice can entertain you, or, make you feel horrible pain in your ear canals.
I think normally you can hear me, but yeah, there is not my usual property and setting on my mic, so I think you have a
Hmm.
bad sound. So I will do my best to keep this updated while we are live to get my usual setting back, but I don't know why.
Yeah, because you're lighting up when you're speaking on
Oh
the
oh
thing.
oh oh! I think this is it.
Oh, now they can hear you. They can hear you now.
Yeah, but it's not my good sound, I think.
Ah, okay.
It's yeah, I
Well,
have I have not my usual setting, and I don't know why this.
we can blame the French. They're
Yes,
trying to subvert the Belgians once again. In
always
a press.
blame the French.
Yeah. How dare they? God damn Frenchies.
Uh,
Yeah, Christopher. Oh, sorry. I'm eating a little bit. I'm nearing end of my mealtime.
Uh, I corrected it. Yeah, I don't know why something changed on my setup. So, thank you, chat, for getting this to my attention. So I fixed it, and I get my good setting back once more. Thank you,
Hooray!
thank you, thank you.
Here's the Lord of the Realm of Demons.
Yes. So what I was saying is, I have no, I'm no fan of Zelda, but I knew you spoke quite highly of the new incoming Zelda. So it's like Breath of the Wild 1.2 or 2.0, whether you want to. It's like a
Basically,
follow-up of this game.
they've taken Breath of the Wild. Or the funny thing is, in 2019, they just said that, yeah, I know that they had made a plan to release story DLC, but when it came to the last part of the story DLC, it's like they just came out. Everyone's been like, we got so much shit that we decided we're gonna make a second game. So they took Breath of the Wild, which was a fully crafted game in its own right, it's a really goddamn good game. Just saying, worth buying a Switch for, in my opinion. But hey, I'm biased. And they've taken that game and decided to spend since around 2018 or 2019 turning that into its own game by building on top of Breath of the Wild. So that has been a considerable amount of year, around 4 or so years, where they've done nothing but to pile up more and more and more and more content on a pre-existing game. Also, Ganondorf is coming back as a fucking undead zombie, spewing concentrated evil from a wound from his chest. I mean, what's not to be hyped about? That, and also there's supposed to be crafting, there's supposed to be weapon crafting. Also, you can drive a car and a fucking helicopter.
I will show chat the trailer. We will watch it together if you want. So we have a good news before going to the bad stuff.
Yeah,
and
share the screen.
Yes, I will share my screen. My dear Norwegian, don't be so hasty.
I love this game. And also, first time Ganondorf will be able to speak too. And I was kind of worried about his like.
Not this screen. Sorry. Yeah, this.
Wow, that was a lot of porn.
No. So this is go. Yep. I cannot put sound because of YouTube, so sorry for that, but I just can't. Can you explain stuff that is on the screen? Like, do you recognize stuff or have information?
Yeah, if I can see the screen.
I show you my screen.
Yeah, the screen, you ain't sharing it. Oh, there it is. Never mind, I just boomered it.
Trim. For now, there is a bit of cloud and lightning and a red moon.
Oh yeah, that's a blood moon, and that is basically a sign of the end times, and Ganondorf is just yelling out, "Leave no survivors," sending out clumps of concentrated evil, rising up an entire fucking castle, and it spawns the minions of evil, who now have weapon parts on top of their heads.
And why is the title Tears of the Kingdom?
We have no idea, but we suspect it might be that someone important to the kingdom might die, or the fact that this is a fucking apocalypse. That's Ganondorf, by the way.
Okay. Or someone is really sad, so bad tears, and you know, like
yeah, it's like Breath of the Wild was meant as a. The namings of the Zelda series tend to be based on either something very important to the game's story or the game's core mechanic.
I see.
And Breath of the Wild was sort of like the allegory for how open and wild the game is. And as you can see, you can fucking fly over the entire game there. It's the entire game world, and then they've just filled more to it. It has the potential of being a perfect sequel. Much more of what we already have. Oh yeah, and also Link's right arm has been fucking devoured by evil. And that's why he gets that fancy new arm. And Zelda is apparently falling to her death. Which also might be Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, so it gave me a bit of vibe of, you know, oh fuck,
Ghibli?
No, Spider-Man, you know, the Spider-Man where Gwen dies.
Oh yeah, kind of like that, though instead of Gwen being a blondie, only a blondie, here Zelda is essentially a reincarnated goddess. While Ganondorf is a reincarnation of Satan.
Hello, Renato. Nice to see you here. One of Kip's friend, if I remember correctly.
Hey, it's a good friend of mine too. We've recently been playing a little bit of Elden Ring. I managed to coerce him into
nice.
joining. Yeah.
Always Elden Ring with you.
Elden Ring and Zelda.
Nice to see so many people in the chat. I'm not used to that. I always like I always say, it's crazy how the Anglosphere once again show like so much support and interest and friendship and encouragement. And when I do French live stream, there is like no one in the chat.
Well, it might be because, one, you're funny and kind of interesting, and two, the project you're heading is also very interesting.
Yeah,
Just
but
saying.
it's crazy the difference. It always baffles me. Always like how, why, I don't understand. I've been doing French content for like 5 years, and I'm like nowhere almost, and I say hello to the English speaking people, and oh my god, you are so cool. What the fuck? I don't understand. But anyway, I will stop like doing a blowjob to every single English speaking person. Let's get to the cancer, shall we? And what better way to get to the cancer than by speaking about something that we should not, we are not supposed to speak about, which is the wizard game. Trim, do you know the wizard game?
Is it about a hog full of warts?
Exactly.
I think there's a salve for that.
Yeah. But so many people like speak about this stuff, and so many people cover this topic. But what I want to cover with this specific event of the Hogwarts Legacy game is how crazy things are surrounding this game. Like I don't know if you remember, chat and you, Trim, but once upon a time, video game was just that, video game. And in the worst case scenario, you could upset maybe some Catholic or evangelist people, like my children, my family values, and why are you playing violent video game and stuff? And now we are yelling bloody murder for wizard game that is especially made for minority and LGBTQ plus stuff, so it's very inclusive and all, and everyone losing their mind surrounding this game. For example, on some forums and some websites and stuff like that, there is a total ban on discussion about this game. For example, Reset Era. And I
Well, when
just
doesn't Reset Era read about something?
yeah. So the thing is, they just refuse to speak about the game. No review, no streaming, no nothing. It's you are forbidden to speak about this stuff in their website and the sphere of influence. Let's speak about that.
Yeah. Well, let me just put out this shit is the reason why I love Nintendo games, because they don't deal with this shit.
Yes.
They just like, we are gonna make good game. Let's make good game. We make good game. We sell at full price at ridiculous prices. And we're not really much better than EA. But at least we're not fucking woke.
Yeah, and they do their best to not make buggy games, not problem stability, compatibility, and everything. In the console sphere of video game, I always was a shield for Nintendo. I have no shame admitting, because Nintendo always had high standards. This doesn't mean, sorry, they never made mistake, or there was never bad game, or some stumble and errors and stuff, but they did the damnness to be of very high standards.
Yeah, but they
And
always tried something new. That
yes,
some games who aren't really like that much of. I don't think you can find a first-party game of Nintendo that is bad. It's either that they've been hampered by some kind of mechanic that they were focusing on. Like,
yeah, and
look at
sometimes
the.
sometimes
Sorry.
they make mistake with and it's not exactly mistake, but sometimes things does not work or doesn't have success. For example, the Wii U. But even though the concept of the Wii U was excellent, but yeah, shit happens sometimes. But they try to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say it like this: Phantom Hourglass is not a bad game. It had a weird control system, but the game itself is fucking awesome.
Mm.
And yes, I'm a Zelda shill to the day I die.
Yeah, so the news is a bit old. Well, internet time, it's old. It's 25 days ago, but there was no room for misinterpretation. So they said, the forum general manager said the mod team has decided to expand our prior ban on promotion for the Hogwarts game to include the game itself, with no discussion of this game allowed on the site. It's like it's funny because it's exactly like Voldemort in Harry Potter.
This is a game that shall not be named.
Yeah. You're doing very good impression, like the Japanese doing.
No, that was my attempt at being a Harry Potter British, like Wingardium Leviosa, or the favorite spell of every teenage wizard and witch in Hogwarts after puberty, Fetus Deletus.
And so the topic continue. The post also online the mod team decision, saying that we began outlining the issue put forth by Rowling and the game in question. Each time we kept coming back to the simple fact that Rowling is actively pushing in her position as a wealthy and famous individual for legislation that we all trans people.
I fucking hate these activist goddamn pieces of shit.
Yeah, and there is even a trans character in the game, like, and they are still not happy because the name of the.
It's basically a last-minute attempt to appease the lion before it tries to eat you. No matter what you try to do, it has for the wokeists. This has been forever tainted because J.K. Rowling is now alive to curse it with her presence.
Yeah,
right? It will never be good enough. It will never be good, and everyone now who isn't, it's like you can't appreciate the art without apparently going goose-stepping behind the artist.
Yep, I made a video. It will be a video in French when I try to explain that today content is more valuable than art. It's something along those lines. I'm very proud, by the way, of the thumbnail I will have for this video. But yeah, one other example I had is you have like an influencer, like a stupid person in Instagram or something that is visiting a museum. This will have more value in the eyes of people and in the eyes of, you know, producer, promoter, publishing house, whatever the fuck, than the art itself, than the museum itself. It's crazy when you actually think about this. It's I cannot wrap my mind around that, and it make me really sad. And another funny thing about the Wizard game is, so as I said, Reset Era was like, we are not happy, we are blah blah blah, angry. And the Reset Era admin Code Sun, that's the nickname of the guy, is playing the game.
He's playing the game. Oh yes. My god, he's so evil, guys. He's a turf Nazi who eats babies. He's so evil because he plays a goddamn game based on a fucking children's book. You know, here's if this entire event is based on if you're gonna make this into a Harry Potter book, let's just make this is the fucking name for it. Hogwarts Legacy. And the goddamn mistake of basing your entire moral structure on a children's book series.
It made me chuckle so much. I was smiling like an idiot in front of my screen, like, what, man, seriously?
This is so many words that I can't say out loud, but
they have no conviction. You remember, Trim, when you said to me, like, because we speak a bit, you know, privately, like being friends, and I had a bit of a kerfuffle with some people in the
Oh yeah, the
I re-
self-diagnosis thing, and they just exploded with reading.
yeah, but it was another thing. Like I refuse to speak like inclusive, you know, the
Yeah.
French
Oh yeah,
writing.
that one. No, that.
I said I will die before speaking inclusive and writing inclusive, and I was banned of the conversation. And you
I
were
mean,
like,
I
you
say
were,
base. That was based as fuck, dude.
but you know this is the difference. This is these people that make the decision. They don't assume, and they don't not assume. It's in French. Sorry, they have no like responsibility. They don't put the balls on the table. Say this is my conviction. This is what I believe in, and I will die for it. And
It
I
is.
truly believe in it, and blah blah blah.
If I can
It's all
steal a
corporate
quote,
stuff.
if I can steal a quote from Arch Warhammer, they don't have the courage of their convictions.
Yeah, that's the way to
They're a
speak it.
bunch of spineless cowards who, at first sign of danger, either will prostrate themselves anus in the sky for you, or they will hide behind the biggest rock and try to push it on top of you. Yeah, that's a mental image for you guys. Enjoy it. My gift to you.
Yeah, this is the correct word I was speaking for. I was searching for. Sorry, no spine, no courage of conviction, no, not having the balls to say, "Yep, I said this, I did that, I believe this," and live with your conviction, and having the the fortitude to just admit it in front of people and being judged for the content of your character.
You know another thing that is pretty annoying, not the worst part, but another thing that really, really annoys me is how, you know, I like to watch VTuber clips sometimes, and I find them entertaining because VTubers aren't political, and the few
No.
who does become political end up just disappearing. Unfortunately, this shit now, you have two VTubers from what I'm able to remember, Silvervale and Pikami, have apparently been heckled and fucking harassed online because they have the gall to play the game and support the fucking evil.
Oh yeah, the James Crack who was in the chat just said the name Silvervale.
Yeah,
I don't know these people, but go ahead and give context.
James Carrick mentioned Silvervale, and I think it was Prime Knight mentioned Pikami, and they're basically just one. Silvervale is basically an e-thought VTuber, while Pikami is a tiny Asian chick who laughs and sounds like a kettle boiling over, and it's really fucking adorable.
Mm.
And just because they have the evil intention of playing a game about fucking wizards, they're now the most hated evil things ever, apparently.
Yeah, and that's funny because no, as you said, I think I said it to you that I speak a bit more about my consolation now, a bit more publicly. I will never say name, never show article and nothing because I have. This is risky for me, legally speaking, but the two women who are canceling me, they were very mad about me when in the past I said that I hated J.K. Rowling Harry Potter books, and I thought honestly it was shit, and I still think Harry Potter is kind of shit.
Well,
and the problem I have with Harry Potter is not the world and universe J.K. Rowling created, it's actual characters of Harry, Hermione, Ron, and stuff like that. The universe itself, like the extended universe, is very cool. You know, it's very basic, wizard, mage, etc. It's very cool. But the story itself of Harry Potter, I hate it. And
I dislike several parts of the lore of it, but after J.K. Rowling started becoming like, oh, this person's gay now. Oh, this
Ah,
person's
yeah,
gay
yeah.
now.
That's
This
another
person's
thing.
gay now. I was
But
like, okay,
to finish
I'm out.
to finish my story, so they are quite mad about me, even to this day, that I said I don't care about Harry Potter, I hate it, and I think I can do better. In a way, yes, I still think I can. And now that there is this thing about Hogwarts Legacy, I'm not sure, but I think they are mad because I make fun of the drama surrounding Hogwarts Legacy, and they assume, sorry, I'm in the camp of the game is good, the game is great, it's funny to poke fun at trans people. But the truth is, I don't care about the game. I don't care. I will never play it. I will never buy it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. It's just like James said, the hysteria surrounding the game is crazy. And I will go to the next step of the information I wanted to show to you and speak with you, Trim. Maybe you've heard about this thing. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck. I have to stop my ad block thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Ad block is pain.
No, it's the website that forced me to. So, where's the? Yeah, this is it. So, maybe you've seen this. There is like a little program, a little software thing that was created for specifically this game, and you put a name in this, and they tell you if that person stream Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy.
As they have written, have they streamed that wizard game?
But that's crazy because do I have to remind you people who made lists like that?
Have they been in contact with that kind of people? Have they certain lengths in their noses? Do they wear a fancy hat?
I don't know, but they are, if I'm correct in my history, somewhat related to an Austrian painter.
Oh yeah. There is basically an Austrian painter in all of those people.
Remind me of the stream we did with the Sultan when we played Cards Against Humanity, and I chose the nickname Austrian painter.
The thing that really annoys me about this though is these are the fuckers who would, without hesitation, back a person like that. They would follow in his footsteps, stepping in line, because they would see him as something scary, and instead of trying to resist him if he had power, they would immediately throw themselves to his knees and kiss his boots.
Yeah, and once again, in our past, we used to know what it was to be bothered because we liked video game and manga and blah blah blah, and music, like metal music. Specifically, if you remember Marilyn Manson with the Columbine thing that happened. But these guys, they were just like my belief and my kids and blah blah blah. They didn't like try to harass you at your house. They didn't try to make you lose your job. They were doing somewhat civilized thing to fight you in the ring of ideas. Now they specifically threaten you personally. It's the difference is it's crazy to think that we were better off with the crazy Catholic people, the old right, like Tepego and the people who made.
Off.
Yeah.
We were better off during the Satanic Panic. We were better off during fucking Gamergate.
Yeah.
This shit is ridiculous beyond comprehension. You can't say this. Like, 10 years from now, I dread to think what kind of retardation we're up against. Because if you went 20 years back from now and mentioned this, people would be like, are you high? Are you on drugs? Do we need to call the police?
Yeah, and while we speak about it, I remember this little thing, and it was, yeah, of course, of course, of course. I will try to explain to you. So there is a streamer, a woman named Zepla. I don't remember where she's from. I think she's from Ukraine. I'm not sure. But the idea is that she played the Wizard game, Hogwarts Legacy, and as you see, the post is deleted, and you know it's curated with moderation and blah blah blah. You you should not speak about this lightly and whatever the fuck. But
Yeah.
she said something like, "I don't care about playing the game because I come from a war zone and I was forced to leave my place and blah blah blah. And Div gave me some perspective about life." And people were so pissed off that some close friend of ours disavowed her. Like, I'm not friend with you anymore.
God.
Yeah.
Well, then they're not really friends.
And it was Asmongold who covered the topic.
Some degree of you know, frustration with people that are talking about like the Hogwarts Legacy thing, and people have like harassed the shit out of her for it. And we're probably not going to watch this whole thing. I'll just watch a bit of it, but I just want to look through it.
First, I want to talk about the
I saw this yesterday because she was actually
watch a bit of it,
Twitter,
like 1 minute or two.
if you can
tops.
believe that. Let me see if she's still trending on Twitter. Is this still happening, or at least for me? No, it seems as though it's not. So, okay, it must have just been yesterday.
a little bit before we get into it. Because I've seen some pretty wild shit in my chat. Haven't even got started. And I already see some pretty wild... Like, such a kind person. You always put others before yourself and...
So,
the whole time.
Even before she started the game, you know, like, I don't know, maybe this is the loading screen or something, I don't care. And already, like,
yeah, it's just, it's what they do. They aren't...
It's crazy.
I
It's
refuse
crazy.
to call these wokies people anymore because it's clearly they don't have a human bone in their body anymore. They are just hollow balloons of leather filled with vacuous fucking ideology.
I'll try to find, because at one moment, I think Asmongold show a message from a friend or something. No, this is not the one. But yeah, it's insane, and I want to dive deep in the rabbit hole to see how far does this go.
It goes retardedly deep, unfortunately.
Yes, but I really want to find what Asmongold show about the girl. 1 second, guys. Because I really like...
so you don't get cancelled because you're talking about the game that can't be named.
I'm already cancelled, like, I don't care. I remember he did another video. Oh, fuck. Zipla... friend, what's... Oh yeah, so maybe I will not find it, but this is another like example, like Zepla under extreme political view on the Hogwarts Legacy boycotter.
Extreme.
I'm playing Atomic Heart just because I have Game Pass access, so think about how deep it goes. Wow,
oh my
really
god, naughty.
Oh,
oh, Jesus,
Free
they
jam.
made fucking Atomic Heart political too. I forgot that
You're
part.
playing Atomic Heart? But that's a Russian game, and Russia has literally destroyed my life. They are actively committing genocide. I have lost everything because of Russia.
God damn it.
So, everybody that plays that game, you're now my enemy. Everybody who plays that game, you're now a fascist. Is that what we're going to be doing? No. No.
She actually has a working fucking brain,
You're
too.
not
Yes.
going to do that.
That's probably why they hate her, too. She
I'm
has
not
a
doing
brain that works.
I don't like this train of thought. I don't like the narrative. I don't like this culture war bullshit.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Where
finally
is she?
someone with a brain. But this wasn't the thing I was imagining this was. But yeah, she lost some friends. That was what I wanted to show, but maybe I will not find it like that.
Yeah, but they're not friends.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
When
But
people react like that, they're not your friends.
But it's still crazy, you know. Just like James said, it's actually insane that now um, you may lose some close one because you choose to play a specific game. Uh, Again, let me go back to the old days of the evangelists and the Catholic about heavy metal, because it's something quite close to my heart, because I had sometimes a bit of a rough time with me being a metalhead. If you choose to listen, for example, to Metallica or Iron Maiden, or I don't care, people say, "Oh, you are not my friend anymore. You are committing genocide and killing people because you listen and like this music." What the fuck? Even back in the day, it was not to that extreme with the Christian and Catholic people. They were trying to make a ban and censor, sure, but it wasn't to that extent. It was like, yeah, but this is like dangerous for the kids and blah blah blah. Make advisory content, lyric stuff. You know, the marker on all the CDs now. It was not like trying to harass and make people lose jobs, and it was not to the same extent.
There were some people who tried, but the fucking
Yes.
the worst we got from the satanic panic that lasts till this day was Jack Thompson. The living meme.
I don't remember the guy.
It is basically he had a crusade against Grand Theft Auto. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. I'm speaking about way earlier, like the beginning of the 80s and the 90s, when D. Snyder went on. I don't remember the name. I will try to
Oh
get
yeah,
it.
I know. I'm just drawing. It's always something. The point is that there's always some bullshit like this happening. Always, and there will always be someone.
It was the Senate. It was the Senate. And again, I will not show the clip because it's a documentary and all, but you will see like a bit of the thing. So it was Dee Snider, the singer of Twisted Sister. It's a big name in the metal scene, and he explained like, yeah, I will get the flag and I will defend my music and all, because he was accused of being like I think he was even accused of being a trans activist of some kind, because he was, you know, like not travesti, but he was wearing woman clothes. It was the shtick of the band Twisted Sister, you know, makeup and blah blah blah, and the hair and stuff. And it was like surgery, you know, to change sex and blah blah blah. And so yeah, he went on the Senate just like that, like a big old biker, like fuck you attitude. The balls on the eyes in front of everyone. And it was Tepper Gore, so the wife of Al Gore, and he read a little note and explained his point of view to defend his music and and the right to do what he does. And will I find the picture of Tepper Gore? Because the woman, like, oh, so much fun. Look at this woman, the embodiment of Karenhood. Oh man. I would never want someone like that to be my wife.
What if she's really fucking rich though?
Oh yes. But yeah, the attitude.
Accident happened. Just saying.
The,
I'll be a widower sooner or later.
The attitude, the look, the smug,
Man, I talk with your manager.
Disgusting. Since I'm a nice guy, I will even protect you, chat. I will not let you see that again. I will protect you, chat.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, even back in the day with the craziness of it all, as you said, the satanic panic, because it was that. It was like, oh, it's Satan, it's blah, 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 and all. Yeah, it was, to me at least, it was less severe that we have now. I don't know what's your take on that. Do you think it's worse than that today?
It's merely escalated. It's what is it? It sounds a bit too fancy to say if it's evolved, but it's basically what it's done. It is just. It is momentum has carried on. It's just the case has changed, and I'm pretty sure that the lefties have everything here in a response to the momentum coming towards them previously, and I think it's just going to keep going back and forth in a pendulum that keeps getting pushed and pushed.
Do you think there will be a
Reckoning? Yes.
Yeah, a chance of backtrack the craziness.
I mean, it's already started with people like take like Asmongold. You also have another guy called Carnage whose basically reaction is get politics out of video game. It's ridiculous. And these guys are just middle of the road people who just want to play games and have fun and live their life.
You spoke about the VTuber, and this is honestly a good example where I don't know VTuber scene to your extent, but the VTuber just want to have fun. They want just to play and smile and do jokes, and that's it.
It's gonna keep on burning and burning until it burns someone so bad that somebody most likely either stops what they're doing or in a extreme case, which I hope doesn't happen, potentially kills themselves. I hope it doesn't happen, but you never know. These people are dogged and horrible.
Well,
and will not lose a minute's sleep in making somebody kill themselves.
To the cancel culture as a whole, it's already happened a lot of time. But for Hogwarts Legacy, no, not yet.
Oh yeah, I mean you already have from Gamergate the guy who I think Zoe Quinn was cheating on ended up killing himself.
Yeah, and in the video I made, I don't remember which one, but it was a video I made for the English-speaking people. I talk about that, and I just googled cancel culture suicide, and I found a bunch of names, a bunch of people. One was Danish, by the way. Another, it was how to say that? You know, the master of an orchestra. I don't remember. I don't know how to translate that in English name, but you know, the one with the wand and give the rhythm and all, like the. Yeah, this guy. And there was another guy in Mexico who was a folk rock band, and this guy, the Mexican one, killed himself and left a note behind him saying, "My death doesn't mean I'm guilty," because he was accused of being Me Too and, you know, harassing, sexual rape, blah blah blah. It's honestly very, very sad, and we are not delving enough. Let me start again. We will not delve too deep in the topic on this podcast, but yeah, there is people losing their life because of cancel culture.
Yeah, but I'm talking somebody of the gamer scene, that streamer scene now, because if we're really unlucky, somebody is going to be pushed too far, and there are people there who are frail. So I'm pretty sure it's either going to end with that, or it's going to have a sudden stop and escalate to a completely different point.
Yeah, I will not search about. I will not search about this video now because it would take too much time. But there was a couple who were live streaming Hogwarts Legacy, and just like Zepla, they were just in the tutorial, like the first 20 minutes of the games, even less so. And the girl of the couple, she was starting to have a bit of a panic attack because the chat was going insane, like, are you streaming this and that and blah, blah, that? And he asked for a boyfriend or husband, I don't know, can we go live or can we go off live or a break or something? And you could hear on her voice that she was very bad. She was having a panic attack. And
Yeah.
I think that she left the room or something, and the guy was alone, and he said, you done it, chat. I don't know how the stream ended, but yeah, there is a scene like that where a woman left the room of the live stream because she was feeling so bad because of it, and it's crazy. It's
just
insane.
Seal, dude. It's just Seal, dude. It's first it was political, religious political Seal.
Yeah.
And now it's actually religious political again, but it's just purely political now.
Yeah.
But with religious fervor.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna say this is a fucking blanket condemnation to everyone. Everyone who fucking does something like this and condemns someone for playing a fucking video game, reading a book, listening to music, or enjoying art of someone who might have had a few spicy opinions, if you're one of those people who condemn them, you can go fuck yourself with a rusty nail.
I approve of this message.
There we go.
And this is honestly unfortunate because, in a way, if someone does a bad thing and you appreciate his work, well, it's always awkward, but you have to have this position of, please separate the art of the artist. Like we spoke about it in a previous podcast about the black metal band in Norway, about the church burning and all. If you like the music of Var Vikernes, this doesn't mean yet that you approve of his doing. This is not the same thing. Please, people, keep your head on straight, please.
I mean, it's not only that, you can also have friends with different political opinions. I mean, I have friends who are trans, and they know about my opinion of the whole trans thing, but we're still friends. I have friends who are, believe it or not, extremely far left. I have friends who are extremely far right. And yeah, I love them for the people they are. Of course, we argue and discuss, but it becomes a intense discussion which we both find nourishing. You know, when you have a good disagreement, a good argument, it never escalates beyond that.
Yeah. It's the same as you, and as a matter of fact, I just received a letter, an actual letter, in the mail and all, of a friend of mine. We are doing a old school, correspondence. I think there's a name in English also. To dial a bit back in the past, the time of the actual letter and taking time to write to people and all. And so this girl who wrote me this letter. This is the second letter I receive, and I will send her a second letter also. Her husband is a trans woman who became a man. I don't know the order of the thing, but that's the idea. So this was a woman, and she chose to be a man, and so she's a he, and I do my best to respect that and all. But this man is a nice man. I don't care if he's trans or yellow with a red dot. I don't care. As long as he is a good person, I will do my best to respect him and be nice. And yeah, this is not an issue or something I think about. I don't care what you preference in bed. I don't care what music you like. I don't care what's your political idea and all. As long as you're nice to me, I will do my best to be nice to you.
Here's a surprising thought. The reason I have my what you can call quote unquote transphobic views is because of the goddamn LGBT community, LGB blah 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 word soup community thing. That is the reason I have problems with them, because they have burnt out of any kind of goodwill.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be nice to one of these people, or I don't go around just being like, you are evil because of that. No, no, no. It's just I am never going to accept or call them any of their fancy pronouns unless they make an effort to be kind to me first.
The same.
Yeah.
The same, and for instance, this man, again, I'll do my best. This is a man. His name is Ewen. He's from Brittany in France. So you know the small section on the far left of the country of France, who's a bit at war with France. So it's a long story, but yeah, is from
From one of the few good sides of French. I got
yeah,
you.
it is under the region of Brittany, and yeah, he made the transition. He cut off his boobs and all and everything. So it's not that sexy to explain, but he did what he can to be a man because he identified as a man and all. So and yeah, he married the girl I'm exchanging letter with. So yeah, he is a man. I mean, he tried his best. He has facial hair and everything. It's not, like it's ma'am, you know, the meme and the scene. So yeah, this person do his best to live up to his belief and feelings and everything, and I respect that, definitely.
And if someone comes to me and asks to be referred to that, depending on my mood, yes, I will probably respect it if they aren't being asses about it.
Oh yeah.
And of course, if you start talking about how if kids should be fucking trans, then there's a hard no. That is the prime reason why I have this.
Yeah. I don't know his position about that, but I'm pretty sure he's not crazy like that. He's pretty down to earth.
My favorite kind of trans person is Blair White.
For example, this person actually married a woman, that take a bit of dedication, and they're trying to have a kid and all, so they do some effort to have a normal life and be good people, and again, since they're nice to me, it's I'm biased, but yeah, he's a nice person, very nice person. And
yeah, it's strange how you become positively biased to people who are nice to you.
It's magic, friendship and all, and being someone who is civilized and kind and polite and all. Oh my God, it's revolutionary.
Think about this, chat. If you treat people like people, they'll actually treat you like people back. Surprised.
Surprise Pikachu meme.
Yeah, I am shook. I am shook.
Yeah, and speaking about being shocked and all, what do you think, my dear Norwegian friend, about the MCU, or as some people refer as MCU? Oh, fuck again.
Can I say it in a sentence?
Yeah, go ahead.
May it forever burn in a fire of hell, or at least until they stop being woke.
Well, the last movie of the oh fuck, so many.
Where's the audience score?
A bad score.
There is no audience score.
Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, the critic, it's very bad. 53, it's not good, and the thing I wanted to speak about the MCU is that honestly, Ant-Man was one of the last movie I would have been interested in watching, because I quite like the actor and the bit of stories behind Ant-Man, the rivalry between Hank Pym and the Stark family, because they were the two big ingenious scientists of the human race, like two rival family, and yeah, I like the Ant-Man stuff. The first movie was very cool in my opinion. And yeah, I would have been interested in this one, but seeing the audience score and see that apparently there is a bit of woke stuff in it, I'm like, oh no, I'm done with the MCU. I'm tired. I don't want to bother see it. And apparently also you need to have watched the Loki TV show to fully understand what's happening in the screen.
Yeah, it's I'm nah. I no.
Yeah.
Last movie I watched was Endgame. I'm still tempted watching the third Spider-Man movie because it has a lot of good talk about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Spider-Man with the older Spider-Man, so the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield was fun. It was fun. But
Yeah.
as you said, since Endgame, it's not the same.
The newest heroes, quote unquote, are either cruel villains pretending to be heroes and being lauded as heroes for some reason, or they're a bunch of weak, spineless little shits who never get taken seriously. I mean, just look at what they did with their Thor. Because whatever you say, that shit ain't Thor. That is Thor. A retarded guttural noise. Because it's over my dead red beard, we're calling anything that close to the Norse mythological god of war.
So you didn't see the Thor Love and Thunder?
If people are willing to pay me $1,000, I may watch it. Maybe.
Maybe.
But people must pay me
If
money.
I give you $1,000 and 2 cheeseburger.
I can watch it. Maybe.
Because there is 2 cheeseburger.
Yes. And also $1,000. But you have to give me a substantial thing in trade. This is the law of equivalent exchange, all right?
Yeah.
Something of equal value must be given. And there is few things that is enough value within this area right now to give me the need that anyone can give me to actually watch through the entirety of the MCU.
Yeah, as you said, this is the problem of the Marvel movies, because the storyline is finished. There is no. They keep trying to have new stakes. Like something important coming up and a disastrous event and blah blah blah. But you cannot you cannot recreate what was the ginormous thing that was Endgame. You cannot give the same sensation as that double movie gave to the audience.
Yeah.
And in a way,
it's not only just that, but they built up really well in some points, but they also rushed a lot. Like, Ultron is the actual antagonist and nemesis of the Avengers, and he just got one movie where it was literally blown away. There was no threat about Ultron as a character, more like what
Thank you, Stormy. Now she subscribed to my channel, so I say thank you.
Oh,
but yeah, I was a bit disappointed by Ultron because the character was so nice. The design and the voice actor and everything. I was
design, voice acting, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, but now we kill him off.
It was scary. No. To be honest, I think that Ultron was scarier than Thanos.
Yes. But the thing is, though, I like how they did Thanos, of course, until they undid Thanos. Of course, to me, Avengers would have been better if you did two things, and that is drop the fucking time travel, and most important, and this is actually, scratch it. One thing would be enough. fucking remove Captain Marvel, because every scene of Captain Marvel should have been the scene of Thor.
I didn't watch Captain Marvel and I don't want it.
No. I'm not watching Captain Marvel either. You can't pay me to watch that movie. But Captain Marvel, every scene where that abomination is a scene that could have been done and should have been done by Thor. Saving Iron Man, saving Iron Man and Techno Chick, Blue Chick. That should have been Thor. Going throughout the universe to try and right some of the wrongs that Thanos' events have caused. That should have been Thor. And coming in at the last second, destroying Thanos' flagship, that should have been Thor.
Yeah.
They gave him the build-up in the previous Avengers movie. Whatever it was called, the one before Endgame.
Ragnarok?
It's just... No, it's not Ragnarok. I'm talking about the Avengers movie before Endgame.
Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. They should have kept on building Thor from there. They did him right there. But then they just went to Endgame and it just... Oh no, we need to waste all this time on this blonde bitch who's probably been sucking the dick of the director under the table.
Well, Arden said that Fat Thor was a bad choice.
Yes, it was. Again,
I will say something. I think
you're not going to defend Fat Thor in my
I'm not going to defend it. I'm going to say that I enjoyed it a bit because I thought that it was an interesting take on the psyche of the character. But it was oddly placed. And I thought that they were like deconstructing Thor and all, and I'm thinking to myself, I like what they did with it, but not at this specific time. It should have been like in another movie or something like that. There is the last Puss in Boots movie. They did a similar thing, you know, like deconstructing the character and rebuilding up later on, and it was very nicely done. Puss in Boots 2, The Last Witch, great movie. And
hey, there's also another thing they did right there. They just gave us an evil character.
The wolf. Yeah.
No, not the wolf. I'm talking about Big Jack Horner.
Oh yeah, true. The
he is unapologetically evil for the sake of just being evil. He knows he's evil. He doesn't care that he's evil. He embraces the fact that he is evil.
Yeah. It was a bit scary, to be honest, Jack Horner. It was a bit, you know, in a way, it was scarier than the wolf. But
but the thing about him is that Jack Horner was comedic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did. He was comedic in a way, but he was a menacing kind of evil.
He was a crazy guy. Like he gave a chilling vibe.
Yes, because everything he did that was fun, you would after laughing, it would be like, wait, somebody just fucking died there.
Yeah,
and he didn't give up.
With the unicorn crossbow, like he killed people right off the bat, you know, like left and right, and we're like, yeah, it's funny, but you are killing your own dudes.
Yeah, and when everybody died when he did something that he knew wouldn't work, it's like, well, can't make a pie without losing a dozen bakers. And when he's just called out about being evil, his reaction is, oh, what took you so long, idiot?
Yeah, but to get back to Fat Thor, I think what they did was cool, but very badly placed. It was not the correct time to do it.
No.
You lost something.
Marvel Thor is never supposed to be a fat Thor because, again, from the myths, Thor is he's one of those fat muscle guys. That's what he does. He eats, drinks, and he fights and kills things.
I will show the Thor from God of War with Kratos, because you said that
which is basically the most Thor-looking Thor you'll ever find. That is, I know it's from Santa Monica, but dear Lord, that is the most accurate fucking Thor you'll find currently, at least from what I can tell. But just just everything was just thrown away, and they shoehorned in the goddamn Captain Marvel movie right after Infinity War, just for no reason other than I'm pretty sure she was giving mad head under the table of the director.
Yeah, and the thing also by for 4 from God of War is that it's kind of scary too. Like he gives some. I remember a scene when you play Atreus, so that's the kid of Kratos, and
I haven't seen that far. I've only seen the first fight
yeah,
scene.
I will not spoil it, but TLDR is when you play as Atreus with 4 as your sidekick in a way, like he accompany you to do something. It's not sidekick, but he escorts you to do something when you play Atreus. I will not spoil it, but when you play as Atreus, like you're not Kratos, you're not a strong guy, and the feeling of the interaction of Thor and Atreus gives some very different feeling, and it was very well done. You felt like you were with a killing machine, like watching everything you did. Thor in this game was very well done.
Yeah, it basically in God of War, every god in that series is sort of a reversal of what they are in the like. It's not a reversal. It is in the myths. The gods usually are more benevolent than malevolent. However, in the God of War games from Santa Monica, the gods are more malevolent, right? They are often more cruel, they're more vain, they're easier to anger, and they always have this cruel streak, even though they also have human side to them. And that is what these gods are, especially Odin, instead of being this wise, one-eyed leader who's willing to take chances and sacrifice himself for what is needed, but also cunning enough to know what to do. From what I could see, he was sort of like a backstabbing, manipulative mob boss who never showed anyone respect.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you thought about Odin because I really liked this Odin. It was a bit strange. It was strange at the beginning, but the more I hear him speak and all, I was like, yeah, I kinda dig this version of Odin.
Yeah. The thing is, though, again, I've ever since God of War 3, I had a problem with the first God of War games because I didn't follow the myths and I was like about it when I was a fucking teenager. But after God of War 3, I saw the pattern they were taking, in that these gods are meant to be the more malicious versions of themselves. So then it's like, wow, I really, under the context, I fucking like these. But this is such a good Thor design, and people might be like, ha ha ha, he's fat. Dude, look at how he does things. And when the boss fight you have in the start of the game, Thor isn't even fucking trying.
And the fact is, when you check about the actual strong guys, you know, like the big muscle dude from our planet, they are not like bodybuilder. They look like fat. They are not fat, but they look like being fat.
The world's strongest men have a lot of fat on them too, because being a bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger requires a lot of medication or constant workout and a diet to keep him like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a picture.
And the reason why I haven't checked out God of War yet, guys, is because I am waiting for this game to come out on Steam. I know Santa Monica has banned me from their community tabs for being a toxic person, for just calling that Jimquisition guy a not woman and a manlet. Of course, I've been banned for life for toxicity in their community tab. Doesn't matter. When Ragnarok comes out, I'm gonna buy it and play it.
This is, for people who don't know, this is Eddie Hall. He's a British man, a strong man, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he won 2 times or 1 time World's Strongest Man, and I think he also had the record of the heaviest deadlift. So look at this man. Everything tell you that he's fat. Oh, he is not.
Basically, it's like Kingpin from Spider-Man. He has this
Yeah.
conversation like, I think it's like only 10% of my body weight is fat. And then he's like giving Spider-Man a bear hug and his fucking hair, the spine crackling. I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah, and I will check also like Thor Alf Bjornsson. I'm sure you know the guy. Yeah, that's the mountain of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
One of your national pride. So again, this guy is not like a big six-pack dude. No, he's not. It's
Yeah, and even he has been slimmed down a bit from
Yeah.
for the camera.
yeah.
The guy he is larger in real life. And also he's lanky compared to the fucking other people.
Yeah.
It's like, but then again, you see, he still has he flexes out the pecs for the series, right?
Yeah. I will try to find a picture when he was in strongman competition. Because he was going way slimmer now, and now he has a six-pack. But he did some different thing to achieve some different result and all. But yeah, this is the guy when he was doing some power lift or Atlas Stone, or I don't remember the thing. And again, you don't see six-pack. He is a kinda fat dude, but this is pure raw strength.
Yes.
You don't go for being eye pleasing and six-pack and all when you go pure strength. When you go for the strength, you just go, how much can I lift?
Yeah.
And
Because
this is when you
muscles need fuel.
and then you get to this this kind of looks.
And after seeing all those guys, he doesn't look that fat now, does he?
Yeah, definitely.
The thing is, though, that kind of the strong of that body is functional strength. The body of the chiseled ab is vanity strength.
Yeah, and sorry for missing a bit on the chat, but Prangnan said that Eddie Hall was eating like a 4,000 calorie diet almost every day. Yeah, as you said, need fuel. And yeah, Alf Toy, yeah, it's Icelandic, not Norwegian. Sorry.
Yeah, he's still Scandinavian. It
Yeah,
counts.
to me, you all look the same.
Yeah, Frenchy. What?
Yeah, but yeah, to get back to the topic of Thor, I had a bit of a soft spot for Fat Thor, but not for the fact that he was fat, but you know, to get back to his roots, you know, meeting his mom again, having the sensation of loss and being shameful that I didn't succeed and all. I like this.
We could have done that. We could have had clips to where he went through a journey like
Yes,
that.
yes, that was I was saying. You should have done it differently, and more specifically, another movie, another occasion, not this part. Because on this part, it was like a bit not a laughing stock, but he was the crybaby of the movie.
Oh, he was the laughing stock. He was the laughing stock.
Yeah.
Reduced to nothing. He didn't get the respect of anyone around him. People were like, haha, not even in the face of a goddamn god. And they just treat him like a joke. And of course, not to mention how the fucking Hulk became a joke.
Yeah, I done 1-pack beat 6-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Thor, he spent his time drinking and punching.
Okay, let's put it like this. You know how we got tides, right? The ebb and tide of the ocean?
Yeah.
That's because Thor was tricked by a Jotnar sorcerer to drink of the ocean. And the reason why we got the ebb and flow is because he drank so much, so fast, that the ocean is forever ebbing and flowing because of the amount of water he drank away.
Chad Thor.
Oh yeah. He gave us the fucking tide.
Look, I have something for you, Trim. I think you will like it.
Okay, show me.
It's a bit small, but can I? Yeah.
Thor was not human. There, yeah, pretty much. I can't read the text, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, it's too small. May I find the original? Ah, I have it.
Ardent Thor was of the Aesir. He actually used his hammer to fucking destroy the Vanir stronghold,
Yeah,
making them.
can you read what's on the screen? If you would like it.
Let's see. I'm gonna big screen it. Maybe it works. Give me 2 seconds. Virgin Marvel Thor, stereotypically Scandinavian blonde hair, wears spandex, weird metal nipple things, no items of power other than Mjolnir, uses a special meat tenderizer, can only use Mjolnir because he's worthy. The Chad Pagan Thor, badass red hair, avow, owns and uses 3 items of power, fucks Sif every night, yes, he does. Uses Mjolnir because he only one powerful enough. Yes, he is. Wears normal Norse clothes. Yes. And solves problem with violence. That is wrong. He doesn't solve problems with violence. He solves problems with overwhelming, gratuitous, mind-breaking violence.
There is never enough violence.
No, I mean, let's put it like this. Jesus promised there would be no more evil. There's a lot of evil around. Thor promised there wouldn't be any frost giants left. I see no frost giants.
Can you explain what's the 3 item of power? So there is Mjolnir, but what's the 2 other?
Mjolnir. That's it. It's an item of power in that the hammer is a fucking nuclear warhead as a lump of iron. Then he has his iron mittens or iron gloves, depending on which myth. It's either a gauntlet or a mitten. They increase his grip strength and also the power of his arms. And then he has a belt, which I don't remember the name of either the mittens or the belt. But the thing was, the more he could tighten the belt, the stronger and larger he became.
Oh.
When he was fishing for the world serpent Jormungandr, he ended up putting on the belt as tight as he could, which ended up him growing so large that his feet knocked through a boat in the deepest part of the ocean, and he hit the ocean floor.
Damn.
And the serpent's head is so large, it is the size of a fucking mountain. So imagine you suddenly see a fat guy growing up from the fucking horizon, holding a thin fucking line with a fucking serpent wriggling around on the other side.
Oh,
Lightning and rain and a screaming tiny fucking Ed around his feet, just panicking and pissing himself in sheer terror.
By the way, I really like how they did the giant serpent. Don't remember. I will not try to pronounce the name. Voilà, Jormungand blah blah. In the God of War, I really like the design.
Oh yeah, that is honestly God of War, Ragnarok and God of War 4 has done the designs so much justice compared to anything else.
But what you see about the belt and all, it's like it's so become Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, dude, if Thor did that thing, he would be the size of Godzilla from the Godzilla versus King Kong, and
yeah.
It wouldn't even be a fair fight. Even without the fucking hammer, he would trash Godzilla so fucking hard. It wouldn't even be fair, even if King Kong fucking helped.
To get back to the topic of the MCU and all, is there anything that you are interested in seeing in the MCU?
Its eventual collapse.
Fair enough. I think there was one last thing I may be interested in, but I don't even remember. But I remember there was like one thing I was maybe this one, but yeah, I wouldn't. As a kid, again, younger generation will not remember this, but as a kid, we were dreaming of having superhero movies. Like it was, this could never happen. And now we have it like 3 times a year, even 4 or 5,
Yeah.
and we're like, meh.
When Spider-Man came out, the first 3 movies, it was a fucking shock because holy
Yeah.
shit, we get the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah. Yeah, and even before that, there was like Blade, there was Spawn, there was there was some smaller.
I prefer the cartoon of Spawn.
Yeah,
That
true.
was a really good one. Too bad it didn't get more
And
seasons.
it's funny again because the 2 first superhero movies, so Spawn and Blade, there was black superheroes.
Oh no! We never had black superheroes.
Oh,
We never
yeah.
had black superheroes. Like we've never had female superheroes.
I was about to
Ever!
say it.
Because every time they appear, it's the first goddamn time they're ever fucking appearing. Even when they've done the role several times.
Oh, speaking about Doctor Doom and all, I quite like the old Fantastic Four movie with Doctor Doom and Von Fatalis et tout ça. Oh, sorry, I spoke a bit French. Dr. Von Fatalis for the first Fantastic Four movie was very cool.
Oh, the one before the Silver Surfer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually.
Yeah,
So
I liked it.
One thing that annoyed me is they never did magic because Doctor Doom was a sorcerer as well as a cyborg, I think, as well as a technological mastermind.
It was a mix of the two.
Yeah, he was sort of a wizard sorcerer thing. He was a wizard and also some kind of super scientist guy. He was a blend of everything.
Yeah, and he was, if I remember correctly, he was actually very strong. Like he could beat the whole MCU if he wanted to.
Yes, he was a actual rival to Thanos.
Yeah, and the actor who did the character, so this is the guy for those who don't remember. It's Julian McCannon. I think he was very cool as Dr. Von Fatalis. He was a kind of scary guy. Like you felt that he had always something in his mind, like a plan and a backup plan and a backup plan.
He looked more like he was planning to murder someone, which he incidentally did.
Yeah, and the slow burn, the slow evolution of his transformation, so his skin becoming metal and all, was very cool, very cool. I very enjoyed these
I like
two
how he
movies.
just at the end there just donned the fucking mask. It's like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a bit of like Arden said, Doctor Doom was also an important character in Iron Man. So it was a shame. I didn't understand why they didn't make a comeback of this character.
Oh, dude, fucking having Doctor Doom as the villain for Endgame, that would be something.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I would have wanted a Return of Ultron. That would be my personal.
Yeah. And we will go to another topic, and something that I know that you are related to because you also have a small YouTube channel. It's the Susan has disappeared.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. I mean, what?
Dude, if I lose my channel because of you, I will be very mad.
Whoops.
But
no, seriously though, I'm pretty happy that she's gone. Though, the reason I'm not screaming in celebration, ladies and gentlemen, is because we have now lost Susan Wojcicki. She has now fucked off. Thank God. Fuck off and whatever else. More things I want to say, but I can't say in public because
yeah, we heard that you were very happy with the news.
The unfortunate part, which is why I'm a bit careful, and not as hyped as I should have been. You never know what kind of creature crawls out of the desk and sits on her former chair.
I have
It
a perfect. I have a
It might be
I have a perfect meme for this this occasion.
Bring it.
Fuck! Why can't I?
Indian guy, please don't tell me it's that former Twitter guy that Elon kicked out.
Yeah, this is the meme.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
But yeah, we already have a name for the replacement, and that's the name. Yeah, Neil Mohan.
Okay.
Apparently, this is a lieutenant of Susan.
Oh no.
That's the problem when someone like this step down. Like, hey, we're fun, yappy. But who's going to replace it?
Okay, guys, it's a person who has been groomed by it.
Yeah, a bit.
So don't hold your hopes up, but who knows? Maybe he might be able to use his brain and fucking think.
But I wanted to speak about it with you because, as most of people in the chat know, you are part of a small podcast, like social commentary and all. And
Yep.
if I remember, you the Sultan was struck down for one video or live or something.
Yes, it happened. Well, it happened. I think it happened when I was out at work.
Yeah.
Previously, because they got a bit spicy, I suppose, or they were speaking too much truth again, which isn't allowed apparently.
And yeah,
I think
this is something about YouTube is that the truth and the spiciness and the you in the YouTube thing is not actually allowed. So
no, it's not YouTube. It's they them tube now.
Yeah, it's our tube.
It's easier tube now.
Yeah, and it's YouTube is not what it used to be, like having fun and stupid video and the craziness of the internet. And today you have to watch what you say. You have to be careful, like the thumbnail. You'll be like analyzed and all by all the algorithm. Like, you have 5 seconds of this movie and this thing, so monetization is out the window. And the most recent rules heavily emphasize on that. Like, I think if you say one curse word in the first 10 or 30 seconds, the video is immediately like demonetized. So yeah, YouTube is a very iffy thing.
Oh yeah. I want fucking.
But by the way, how's the claim of the military song you use in one of your videos? Did you get?
That's dead and gone because they decided to drop it like the little bitches they are. They chi hang hang chi the fuck out.
So you won that one at least.
It wasn't even a fucking fight. And besides, if they wanted to make a fight out of it, I got something called the Norwegian court system.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to see the fucking ramshackle Chinese try to do shit against that. The power of oil, my friend.
And what happened exactly on the Sultan? Like, did they give you like in precise information on why there was a strike?
They didn't ask because I was a bit busy doing the work on the boat. Unfortunately, when I am on the ship, I tend to fall out of the loop more than I usually do because I work, I stop working, I eat, I work some more, and then I go to bed.
Yeah, understand.
It's basically just one thing happening right after another, and sometimes I'm able to tear myself away from it, find a break, and just look into it. But other times, I just fall out of it and just come back stumbling, confused, as if I have dementia.
Okay, so well, we should ask Bezek or the guy to have an explanation. But yeah, if
Best
there
or
is
maybe Ardent?
what?
Maybe Ardent knows?
Yeah, if you have some information, Alden, I will be curious because the hope is that now that Susan is gone, maybe there is a hope for being a bit more normal, like it was used to be on YouTube, like 20 years ago. But yeah, you should not have your hopes up too much. But yeah, one can dream because I'm tired of having, for example, one of my last video, I took the Itchy and Scratchy opening in The Simpsons, you know, like the cat and the mouse smacking each
Yeah.
other. The opening theme was funny, and I used that for a funny joke on my video. I think I had worked this like you know, to tune down the volume, have a bit of a separation of 1 millisecond to screw the bot or something. Even if it was a 10-second segment, I think I did 7 take to have the thing correct and not having a copy strike thing for a 10-second clip.
Yeah, of course.
It was crazy.
It's words I want to say, but I can't say.
Oh, so apparently I don't say that it was about a song. So it was again a copyright thing.
It better be none of the fucking song we have as an intro because we got that one fair and square.
Normally, when this happens, you have something specific about the copyright strike. They say this thing, blah blah blah, on
Well,
this special moment, and this they give you the timestamp.
Yeah, and sometimes it even makes sense.
And so
Sometimes.
you go to Rumble now for the Sultans.
Yeah, we go to Rumble.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Again, I won't be joining Sultans until tomorrow, so I'll be able to get more up to date then.
Okay. Well, but yeah, I wanted to speak about this because YouTube is a very, it's a place, at least usually artists and content creator could meet and share their passion and exchange things. And once upon a time when there was the YouTube Rewind, we were excited to see it, like, oh, what they're gonna do this time, what will happen this time, what content creator will we see in this one. And now we all know that it's just stupid stuff. It's
worst thing is the interview done with Susan Wojcicki where she's like, I was so surprised they didn't talk about the thing I wanted to talk about, so I made them talk about the thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Our mad little bitch. I'm glad to see you go. I just hope you fall down the stairs when you do. In Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of what happened with the Warhammer fan film. Like, everything is strike down, everything is deleted of the platform, and I understand that it's not they don't have the right of the setting, but they just publish the thing and that's it. So
it's not just that, they free advertisement and the love of your fan base are things that should be nourished and treasured like the most limited resource and most valuable resource any IP has. But Warhammer is just like, no, they're taking that for granted, and one day they're gonna keep doing shit that ends up biting them in the ass.
Yeah. But I understand the position of the right owner of the thing that, yeah, you're using my IP, blah blah blah. I don't agree with that, of course I will not, but I understand the stupid, greedy position. Yeah, you're doing a thing and you have a Patreon and blah blah blah. So
I'm calling fucking GW out on this one. They don't have a original bone in their body because everything they have
yeah.
is nothing but fucking
I know,
plagiarized.
I know. But still, legally, that's unfortunately what it is. And if, for example, if I had, and for the context, let's say that I'm successful. I have a successful IP, and I make money of my books, some video game. I don't know. I don't care. I have a bit of money, and
Yeah.
someone made a fan movie of my stuff, like an amazing animated thing. Very cool, very nice, special effect on the notch, and everything cool. I will never like say, hey, put that down. No, I will say, hey, can you make one more?
To see what else you can do.
Yes. I will give you a bit of funding and all and blah, blah, blah. I will try to work with the guy. And I will not say, take that down. It's I will, in a way, do a bit like Game Workshop does, but not being a dick about it. Like, not take everything down and work for me, and if you refuse, I will go to court and blah blah blah. No, I will try to collab with the person, and I don't know, give him a script, give him maybe a guy or two to work with the man. I don't know, but capitalize on the thing.
Games Workshop had the thing that pisses me most off about the Warhammer Plus thing is they had the ultimate chance to make Warhammer so much better.
Yeah.
But they didn't embrace any of it.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything with the animators. They just scooped them up and held them in a pin and did nothing with them.
Yeah.
They didn't improve on their systems. They didn't improve on their deliveries. They didn't improve on anything.
There
It's
was
wasted money and effort, and it just shows that Games Workshop doesn't really care about their IP. And that is the worst of it all. They don't care about the thing that makes them who they are.
There was one thing they did that was cool. This is this one. Again, I cannot have the sound. Sorry, guys. But this is what I think the guy of Astatis did. I think he worked on this one because the look and the style and everything remind me a bit of it.
Yeah, but they have
It's not the
him.
same. It's not the same. It's not as good as
They have
Astatis.
him, and they do only that.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds fucking amazing. But that is the only thing he is theorized to have worked with.
Yeah, I'm not sure he worked on it, but it gave me a bit of vibe of what happened on Astatis, but I'm not sure.
We're talking about the guy who made a mind-bendingly amazing short series, showcasing what the Adeptus Astartes were. And here now, when I watch this isn't as good as Astartes.
No, it's not. It's not. It's less polished. It's less
it's not
gritty.
Just less polished. It doesn't feel like an
Yeah.
Astartes.
Yeah.
It looks like they're wearing fucking plastic. While in Astartes, it was heavy metal they
Yeah.
were clad in, and they were gods on the battlefield.
Yes. Yeah,
The only
there is less impact.
I need to rant about this. The only thing that feels right here is the Titan
And the music.
and that scene about Horus's flagship. That's the only things he managed to do right. Everything else, it just feels like people dressed in cheap plastic.
The grip I have with this trailer is the Horus weapon, the mace. I just cannot imagine this as a real weapon. It feels like a cartoon weapon. You know what I mean?
Rule of cool, dude. That's the thing about Horus. He is the rule of cool embodied.
I know, but it's small. I don't feel like it's a big heavy stick. I just see, oh, he has a weapon. I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
It's a scepter. It's not a club, dude. It's a scepter.
Yeah, but same. I'm sure, as you said in Astartes, I'm sure if this guy who have worked on this, the scepter or mace of Horus would have been heavy, big, thick, and all impressive.
Felt heavy. It would have looked heavy. It would have sounded heavy. When
Yeah.
it hit that Astartes sword away, it would have just hit the sword away. It would have turned him into paste.
Yeah. Because this is a power weapon. So
Yes.
it has like an energy shield around it and all.
It's not just a power weapon. I think that mace is probably one of the most well crafted power weapons, at least
Probably.
Thunderhammer kinds of its form. It's unique.
Probably because Horus, he like everything he owns is top quality. So
And of course, the only thing that survived him after he died was his claw,
Yeah.
which Abaddon now uses in order to have any chance of surviving anything he fights, because Abaddon is fucking useless.
yeah. But yeah,
Sorry.
this was okay. But the rest of everything that Warhammer showed in terms of cinematic and all, yeah, nothing.
Warhammer is, or it's not Warhammer, it is Games Workshop, is actually guilty, and I'm gonna sound a little bit religious about this, but they are guilty of the worst sin
Oh,
in all of fucking art, and that
Oh.
is wasting potential.
I have good news. There is hope. Because I see that it's funny, the name Death for 4 Part 1 is still up.
Yeah, you
And,
never know about it.
And
But I'm afraid of keeping hope. It is
yes,
death of hope. Yeah,
look
I'm afraid of
at
keeping hope.
this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yes.
This is peak animation for Warhammer. And
It is the second best of Warhammer.
I prefer this instead of Astartes. I think this one is a bit more girth, a bit more gritty. Look at this. Oh man, I just love it.
I love this. I'm not gonna say it's shit. I love this because it shows how depraved and truly fallen the fucking chaos is fallen at this point.
Yeah.
But I prefer the animation and the feel of Astartes.
Yeah, the animation is even better on Astartes, but I prefer this because of the universe and the effect and the feel and the
It shows them what they are. It shows them who the fucking Chaos Marines are.
And there is this scene. Do you remember this scene of
the
girl with his baby?
That's actually a part of the series that made me really fucking uncomfortable.
Yes.
I gotta admit, I paused the video there. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get myself a cup of coffee, not because I'm being a little bitch. No,
yeah,
I want to.
It's sad, and yeah, this is why I prefer Death of 4, because you really feel more Warhammer.
Yeah,
especially when she snap and she say, "Oh, motherfucker, wake up!" She's getting angry at his own child, and it shows the mental state and everything that you go through. Like, it's madness. It's the warp. It's it's just chaos. Great. Yeah,
this shows chaos and what it does to people,
and
that's what I like about Death of Hope. It shows chaos. Astartes shows the Space Marines. This shows chaos.
And there is a last one that is just so beautiful.
Oh yeah, though I haven't heard anything from this in such a long while.
It's dead. It's dead.
I fucking knew it.
It's been like 4 or 5 years or something, so it's over. But the military parade is oh man. Even I am not a fan of Space Marines and Astartes, but I had such a bone. Oh, the Dead Note. Oh yes.
Move, dude. This is how fucking Space Marines move. This one, that parade with the Iron Fist shows how Space Marines ought to move.
Yeah.
Because there's this one thing when the Astartes start sprinting in the Astartes thing, despite that being my favorite animation, they move too lightly.
They
This
jump.
is how Astartes move.
Yeah.
And Astartes doesn't run or sprint. They skip and gain a speed that is more than a speedy fucking train.
Yeah. They leap forward.
Yes. And if you get in their way, there's nothing left of you.
Yeah. It's trying to stop an elephant with your bare hands.
An elephant with your bare hands? No, it's like trying to stop a fucking Tokyo bullet train with your bare hands.
Yeah, and even in...
No, wait, you have a higher chance of surviving that, actually.
But with the Lord Inquisitor series, there is also, you could see the politic and the corruption of the Inquisition and the High Lords and everything. There was so much potential with the fan movie, and they just throw it away. Away.
And the thing is, though, these projects are proofs that if you want something made, you have to have it be made by fans. Unlike what that Disney CEO says, that, if somebody is a fan, it's a red flag.
Yeah, and again,
I swear to God, if I meet that guy, I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face.
And I keep the link and the friend of Todd about YouTube, because everything we showed here happens because of YouTube.
Yeah, all of this is because of YouTube. Hell, fucking most of modern entertainment and trends are because of YouTube.
And we speak about Warhammer now, but Alden could do a good case and good argument that before Warhammer, there was Star Wars fan movie, there was Star Trek fan movie, there was other thing. Warhammer was just like the prime nerd, to say. Like they take every cursor to 11, like animation, quality, text, voice acting. Star Trek and Star Wars was a bit more, and I don't say it badly, but a bit more amateur, a bit more naive. But there was some very good fan film of Warhammer, even some of the World of the Rings too. I saw one special about Gollum, like the moment that Gollum was captured by Sauron. There was a movie made where Gandalf asked of Aragorn to capture Gollum to make sure that he's not taken by Sauron force. And the story is like he fails and blah 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 and all, but the fan movie was very nice. But with Warhammer, we had so much quality in terms of animated movie, it was crazy. Because most of what we saw here, it's maybe 1, 2, or 3 guys team. And everything done with so much... They outclass every professional team. It's crazy.
If you want a good movie about an IP, you find the most dedicated fans with the talents in animation or the medium you want to use. Find them, give them the necessary fucking resources, and then let them go wild with a limited amount of oversight. Just enough to make sure they don't go over the budget, but enough to just work with them.
Yeah. Give them a bit of funding and see the magic happens.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Look at this. Look at the door. The detail on the door, man. It's crazy.
Yes.
Let's watch again.
There's more detail in that fucking door and it opening than in any fucking Disney movie we've had the last 2 years.
Let's watch the parade one last time, because it's so glorious with the sound. I read the sound.
Oh, there we go. The Adeptus fucking Astartes, the Iron Fist. Imperial Fist, sorry.
For the Emperor, guys. For the Emperor.
And that is the Grand Inquisitor himself, and he gives zero shits about anyone who's a pussy
I
tries to correct that shit.
I like that he's basically on the like a mix of a train and a tank.
A train and a tank that is pushed by a bunch of criminal servants, slaves, people who have wronged society and turn into slaves.
Yeah.
And then their one job now is to push his fucking train tank because he can't be fucked to start the engines.
Oh, Warhammer is such a crazy setting.
I know, and it's like, man, they should never, ever. They shouldn't have done anything close to the 13th Crusade. They shouldn't have advanced the storyline. They should just focused on the things that happened inside the 40k.
Well, I disagree partially. There is a need for the setting to advance.
Yeah,
the
but
problem is they are utterly incompetent.
Yes, but the problem is that they. No, it's not a problem. The reason why you really don't need to do it is that you can have the overarching story and the threat of a 13th Crusade can be a in the background threat, sort of like the promised apocalypse and the end of the world in the Bible, right? Let it be there as a potential threat.
Yeah, there is so much possibility and route to take and all, but
instead focus on the countless fucking conflicts and crusades from the galaxy by everyone and everything. And also, you can use that moment to build up Abaddon the Harmless into being an actual threat. Him being on, like, preparatory crusades, on missions, instead of being like, oh, I totally failed this time, but I actually managed to do what I actually intended to do.
Yeah, and also one of the thing that pisses me off with Warhammer, and it was just, I mean 40k, and this was the same with Warhammer Battle, is like they focus so much, too much on the human, you know, the Astartes, the Empire in Warhammer Battle. It's can you focus on other things? Like there is so many alien races in Warhammer 40k. There is so many, like and there were some that you can create. Like I remember there was one or two other races that could have been an actual army, but they didn't want to. I don't remember the name, but yeah, you can make stuff about the Tyranid, about the Necron, about the Dark Eldar, about, I don't know, but it's always the Imperium, always power armor, always. I was fed up with that.
I mean, I love the Astartes for what they are, but honestly, my favorite army is the Imperial Guard, and the best ones are the Tempestus Scions. Elite soldiers that a squad is able to take on Astartes and win.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
That is, those are like there are, again, the Tempestus Scions goes through a lot of shit in order to become accepted, but again, there are so many more of them than the Astartes. They are more of a the Astartes are a backbone force to keep the worst at bay.
Yeah, they are the ace in the hole.
Yeah, but they're the stopgap that keeps the entirety of the Imperium from falling apart because they're able to hold up in key positions. However, the true backbone of the entire Imperium, the ones getting shit done, is the basic bitch humans who are given a fucking flashlight and a shovel in a shooting grave anywhere in the galaxy and told to fight anything between demons, giant angry mushroom people, giant intergalactic super cockroaches, and blueberry communists.
Yeah. Yeah, the tower is also a possibility that you can focus on, like they find a new super weapon, or there is a bit more information on why they come out of nowhere, like, oh, now there is tower. Why? Oh, beat me.
But also, they seem to have, instead of being like focusing on how the Tau is a hidden malice, they appear. That's the thing I kind of like about the Tau, is that they are openly kind, benevolent,
Yeah.
and trustworthy. But at once you get behind the veneer, you see that they are no better than Imperium, and in
No,
ways
they're exactly the
even
same.
more cruel
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah,
Imperium.
yeah, yeah. I remember that in some instances you have more freedom in the Imperium than with the Tau.
At least you have the chance of ascension. In
Mm.
Tau society, you are what you are, and
Yeah, the
nothing.
cast. Yep.
And even if and you can't even be anyone if you're not actual Tau. Of course, you're gonna be a Buavesa, right? Which is their word for people not guilty of wrongthink. They're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people with the right opinions. They're the ones who believe in the they thems. You know.
Yeah, but
They're the
that's the
people who
thing.
don't play the wizard game.
You see, like, we talk like 30 seconds about what's happening with the Tar, with the Tyranid, with the blah blah blah. We discover so many things like to talk about in the Warhammer universe, but now Game Workshop keep going back for the power armor and the Imperium and blah blah blah.
If
Like,
you want to go to the power armor, can I introduce you to a fantastic group of soldiers who never surrender, never give up, and regardless of what happens,
the
will stand
Lamentus.
and fight to the last person. Oh, sorry, woman, the Bolter bitches, also known as Adeptus Sororitas.
Yeah.
And yes, I will call them Bolter bitches until the day I'm dead or forced to never do it again, which will never
Yeah,
happen.
because they are even more even more zealous than the Space Marine.
Bro, the Adeptus Sororitas makes the Black Templars look like Protestants compared to
The Black Templar, very known for the progressive mind, and
yeah, the Black Templars will just kill you. The Sororitas will, at the best, burn you to death.
yeah, I was thinking about my favorite traitor legion, which is the Night Lords, and in a way, the Sororitas are even more cruel than the Night Lords.
Yeah.
How crispy do you want to be after the flamethrower?
Yeah, the thing about the Night Lords is they at least make you into work of art. Sororitas are just there to make sure that every cell of your body repents through fire.
Yeah, with a full acknowledgement of the pain.
Oh yeah, they kind of like pain, don't they?
Yeah, they have a thing for it.
I'm just saying, they make Moscus look fucking chill, dude. Moscus from Berserk looks chill compared to the Sororitas.
Trim, we are on the end of the segment on 2 hours mark, and I have 2 other topics, but it will take a bit more time to speak about, so I think I will keep them for future video, podcast together.
We'll do one more before I leave the boat anyway. Wasn't that the plan?
Yeah. We will plan on something. Either the podcast together, or maybe, yeah, I can announce it. We will have a roleplay thing going on with me, Ardent, and my best friend Florian. I will not name the game, but yeah, I will be the DM, and we have something in the cupboard about that. We'll talk about it later, but yeah, I will do a role playing thing with Trim and Ardent. More information on that later on, but if I can be fast enough, maybe before you leave to the boat again, we have the first session.
Yeah, we have literally 22 days starting today.
Yeah, perfect. On that note, Internet, I will leave you on that, and for the French-speaking audience amongst you, I will have something Sunday with a photo model. We will try to know more about how this works, because apparently this is not as easy as you might think to be a model, and there is many dumb photographer, according to the person I will interview. So
Sorry, I just
it will be an interesting topic to delve in. So have a nice one, guys. See you later, and thank you for coming.